Okay, now again, like I said, I'm between lightweight and ultralight, so let me kind of show you what I have and why I do it this way, only with all the miles I put on. No, I'm not a big through hiker doing the PCT, the CDT, or the AT back to back like all those guys. Just a simple guy who goes backpacking, staying within my scope and knowledge and expertise and physical ability. I would love to do the PCT, but just, how can you get enough time to be off for 4 or 5 months or 3 months or whatever it might take. So I'll kind of show you what's in my pack. This is my base. I take it on my 2 to 5 day outings. Have my little ditty bag. Inside my ditty bag, it's a little old slumberjack camp pillow bag, but it's a sil nylon. A really nice little bag. Weighs about ½ an ounce. Inside of that, I've got this is my Sunto. This is a GPS compass. A GPS compass is a little bit different because it has the markings where you can put your GPS based on the different scales of your maps, 1 to 24, up to 1 to 50, 1 to 75. This has already been calibrated for our area, about 13 degrees east deviation, so it's ready to go. And it weighs about 2 ounces. But I have a GPS, but I'm so old school, I just love a map and a compass and be able to triangulate. As long as I can get a clear look on a ridge line, I can tell you where I'm at within, probably 100 yards, just by doing triangulation. My little camp cup, it has all little graduated scales inside of it, so you can see, for measuring when you're cooking. I do, this is my knife, fork, and spoon and Lexan. This is roughly 1 ounce and 1/4 for these 3. The reason why I use 3 rather than just a spork is because I use this kind of like a spatula when I'm cooking, and of course a fork and a knife for cutting and doing things like that. I could probably do without and save 1/4 ounce, but it works fine. Nylon parachute cord. I usually take off this plastic though, so just a nylon. Space blanket, emergency bivvy, typical thing. Swiss Army knife. I would probably say I could get rid of this, but I've used it so many different times, especially just lately. I use this cutter here, the little saw blade and everything. I don't think I'm going to get rid of it. I've used it. I've used the tweezers and the pliers and everything. 3½ ounces, probably a little bit extravagant, but I've used every item on here. I could have used a Leatherman. It weighs about the same. I usually like it. Aluminum tent pegs for my bivvy, I'll get to in a second here. I use a Black Diamond Betamid, or Betamid, whatever it might be called. I've used this now for a number of years. I think I've had it now about 5 or 6 years. It's a 2-person. I use my Black Diamond hiking trekking poles for the pegs on it. It weighs 2 pounds 4 ounces in the sack. Heavy by ultralight standards, but bomb-proof. This baby can go through. I've had it in hailstorms. It's been in snow, driving snow. It's been in driving rain, monsoons here in the desert southwest. We get up into the Payson area, the Mogollon Rim, it'll dump 1 inch on you in an hour. And this baby's just bomb-proof. So I take it usually when I've got other people going along with me, or I know there's a chance of some inclement weather. If not, I won't take it. I just use my Kite Tyvek. This is the Kite Tyvek, so it's real light, doesn't make all that. Had it in Havasu Falls, Havasu Canyon. My cooking setup is a bit different. This is like a little Glad thing that's just to hold it on. This is my pot lid. This is my windscreen, just some aluminum foil. This is my matches and a magnesium striker. I also have a mini Bic. Just couldn't find it right now. Pocket rocket, 3 ounces. I use the pocket rocket because I also do some baking when I'm out there. I might throw in some Bisquick to make a biscuit, and so I can have biscuit and chili. And I'll make the chili. You just usually get the freeze-dried chili and just rehydrate. So that's another reason why I use that. I know the ultralight guys all use the alcohol stoves. It's perfect for them. They're just boiling water and dumping in ramen. But sometimes I'm out there and I might want to make, you get those meals, Betty Crocker makes them, where you add some water, stick in the microwave. Well, you can add some water, knead it up in a freezer bag, and then stick it into a pan, and you can actually bake it with your lid on there about 7 to 9 minutes. And you got yourself some decadent brownies with fudge sauce. which is great after a long day. So I use the Pocket Rocket because that baby can simmer. My camp towel used for taking baths to clean whatever. Hard anodized aluminum pan, weighs about 2 ounces. I've got it marked for 1 cup, 2 cup, or 4 cup. It's Teflon coated, just happened to come that way. Got this, I think, at REI Outlet too for $3. And then sometimes I take my little plastic bowl, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what I'm going to be having, because sometimes I want to eat in this and still boil up some water for hot chocolate and stuff, rather than try to eat out of this and clean it and then boil water. So you got to drink cold water or cold mix. So sometimes I do this. This weighs half an ounce, so not bad there. And then I've got my... Alright, well, we get down to water purification. Here in the desert southwest, if you find a stream that's clear, you're lucky. Most times you're trying to filter water out of milk chocolate. So the iodine tabs / Aquamira pills / potable aqua, whatever, I gotta tell you, you can probably purify a turd, but I'm still not going to eat it. And purify and strain out some of that water, I don't care how many coffee filters you send it through, it still comes out looking like milk chocolate. So I got the MSR. This is ceramic. It's field cleanable. And if I need to, I can use my Viral Stop. This is some Sweetwater Viral Stop, a little chlorine solution. So this is excessive by a lot of standards. If I'm going to areas where I know I can get some clean water out, or fairly good streams, like especially up in the Alpine area, Hannigan Meadows, Blue Ridge Wilderness, that kind of stuff, then I won't take this. But I find myself more often than not taking it, just because it's tough to find good water here in the southwest, at least, some of these streams. My little emergency / first aid kit, got the Viral Stop, always have a pen. My light is a Black Diamond Ion, works real good, weighs about 1 ounce. Gauze, bandages, chapstick, because one time I was 3 days with no chapstick and I was dying coming back, so I never leave without that. Triple antibiotic, Neosporin stuff. TP, got some toilet paper. Moleskin. Here's a kind of cool little thing I got at a tire store giveaway. Howard J. Fleischman tires, community tire. My little backup knife. Yeah, it's a cheap knife, but you know what? It'll cut cheese, it'll cut some rope, especially if you lose this or you break it or something. And kind of cool is I always carry a glue stick. Take a glue stick, light it, or light the end of it, it melts, and you can do some seam seal repair shoes, all sorts of stuff. So always good to carry a glue stick. This whole thing weighs just about 5 ounces with the Viral Stop in there. Oops, forgot my pen. I always carry a pen so I can jot things down. Sometimes I jot things down, it's like coordinates and maps and stuff. I'll jot them down on my palm or on my arm right here. I'll have all different map coordinates and stuff that I might forget. I always carry paper too, but just don't have it with me right here at this second. For water, carry bladders, platypus. This 2-pound tarp. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I take this 1-pound ceramic water filter. Sometimes I don't. But if I take everything in my Gust pack with food for a 3-day adventure, I'm roughly 17 pounds 4 ounces. That's with my 32-degree bag. If I'm going a little bit colder, I'll be just shy of 20 pounds with my bigger bag, my bigger sleeping bag. But that's what I do. How about you guys? Give me some comments.